KEMPER PROFILER Total Talks, Season 3, Episode number 7. And we are in Let Me Throw That Rig at You season. And today, Thomas Dill. Hi, Thomas. How are you?
Hi. I'm fine.
Today, Thomas Dill will throw a rig at me. I will be thrown at. That's why I have the guitar with me as well. And as usual, the thrown at person has no idea what's coming. So let the games begin, and let me know what you have on your mind. Maybe some explanation before, or it's over to you.
Sending.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Okay.
DR Mull.
I will tell you.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I just put it. There it is, into the rig manager, and I will play it first. That's the DR Mull Hawk 08. Okay, so I'm on the neck pickup, switch to single coil, and the volume is down. Oh. That cries for neck pickup, no, bridge pickup, humbucker. Bridge. Very good. Very nice. It's how would you call it? I would have said that sounds pretty expensive.
Yes.
Because that's pretty, how would you call it? So it's boutique. That's this fine, round, very controlled, creamy distortion that was usually introduced with, I think it was the Mesas, the Mark IIIs or so, with the EQ and stuff like that. So that's when you heard that sound for the first time. Or if you would have two MXR distortion plus in front of an JC 800,
okay,
and you mic it very, very much towards the rim of the cone and not the center. Yeah, awesome. So let's have a look at the rig manager, if you agree.
Yes, I need to tell a few about this one. So this is really a fresh profile. I made it yesterday.
Wow.
And it's from a friend of mine gave me an amp called Müller Nighthawk. Müller. German boutique amp. I think the guy, his name is Mark Müller, from Baden-Württemberg, I think, Stuttgart area of something. I don't know where he's coming from, but I think he doesn't build amps anymore. And he built some really boutique stuff. And this one is the Nighthawk based on Marshall amps. It has 3 channels. First channel is plexi voiced. Second channel, hot rodded JCM 800, and the third, and this is that the profile that you have, is yeah, a more more gain JCM 800. So high gain, and yeah, it's I just the guy came to me and he said, "Hey, I have this amp. Can you make some profiles?" I said, "Okay." He lent me his modded plexi, and he has this other one. He plays in a very great AC/DC cover band, and called ABCD. And greets to Andy. He used that amp also for this AC/DC stuff. So he bought it to use it for AC/DC stuff. But he said he only used the first channel for for the lower gain. And yeah, I did some run on profiling yesterday and was really amazed about that. So what you have now is the pure profile, the neutral profile. So that means gain at maximum, and you will see that now. It says the gain at, I think, 7 or something like that, but the gain at the amp was at maximum when I was profiling that. And it's profiled with my 4x12 Marshall cap with 57 and a Royer R10, so ribbon mic and 57. And yeah, just a little bit of natural reverb on it, nothing else. So the complete difference to the rig that you throw at me last time. But I like to hear what you are doing with that rig. I want to give you this pure, naked white sheet of paper. And you need to tweak it with the EQ. I don't know, what would you think, which amp model, which tone stack would you add to that?
Well, what I think after, you know, hearing it for the first time, what did I say? 2 MXR distortion plus in front of an old Marshall with, you know, offsetter miking. It's really, you know, creamy, fine,
not bitey,
a kind of distortion, but not with this rectifier fist. It's around. It's still typical Marshall. What came to my mind as you were saying it, it's not Mesa-like, it's more like Marshall-like. It's I thought of the Jose Arredondo tunings, because I don't have that. You know, the jam is back there, and it's not in tune and very old strings. If I'd known this, I would have brought this one out, because that's something I would say would shine. This profile would shine with Steve Vai from the Edom and Smile era for sure, and but then everything else I think would go where you would, you know, Latin rock Santana style with a creamy Mesa kind of lead tone. So, and I would do a thing for, if we think Edom and Smile and Steve Vai. I think the ultimate challenge for an amp would be Ladies' Night in Buffalo. Excuse me. Ladies' Night in Buffalo. You know the story of that track? Have we talked about it? He had one of the Jose Arredondo amps in the studio, and he was basically playing the guide track for that song, and they basically afterwards decided to keep it. And what he's doing, he's you know, working hard on the guitar, dialing in clean sounds, and then going really crazy with the solo afterwards. And let's see if that's in this amp tone as well, because the challenge is always and that tells something about the how you mic'd it. I think that's what we found out, how clean you can get with this. And what I would do, I would do a little bit of compressor with a little bit of let the signal go through, and maybe to make it even more flexible, we do this negative boost thing.
Okay.
Here
So
in the
you
front.
won't turn the gain down.
No, the gain is the guitar is already down pretty much, and the gain is a little bit, yeah, you're right.
It's near maximum. So if you take a JCM 800 amp model, it will switch to maximum gain. So it's very long.
And there goes the guitar pick. It stays a little bit dull, but that doesn't matter. And you got the natural reverb there.
I have two one larger room, one smaller room, just to choose.
And this one is okay. Then I would take this one and throw it away for a what is two-tap delay? Just a ping pong. That's what I would do, take away the flutter. And make it a little bit, whoops, yeah, a little bit shorter. So for things like this, I would say switch of these, then you have basically a great platform. Well, it stays always, even if I dial down the volume a lot, it stays pretty warm. And because it sounds just so musical, so warm, so so expensive, so well-rounded, so well-seasoned, like a great chef has the ability to make this this evened out, very tasteful dish where nothing, is really spiking out, and that's amazing. With the generic EQ. So now, as I have this, I would say I would store as new. So we have a copy with the new settings, and then I would say let's try. And you said Marshall. You said
I have another favorite on that one.
Okay, but let me try first, and then let me know you.
Try different ones.
Friedman.
Yes.
Or Plexi. Now the question is, where do you want to go to? I'm because it's pretty dark and warm, and it stays like this with the distortion. I would go a little bit in the opposite direction, like thinking at least. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. So it's very soft, warm, and friendly. And this is a little bit more. Where were we? Marshall, Plexi, come on, bright. It's a little bit more, more middle. Me likey. That would be nice. Store as new. I would call this Palexi. And then I take this one again. And I would go to, you said, you gave me a hint, more towards the Friedman.
Friedman, yeah.
And then I would go for the bright one. What would you suggest?
BE or HBE?
Okay. HBE is, do you know that?
I think the highest gain channel of the Friedman.
Okay. Let's just go for the highest. I like. Friedman. That's even a little bit duller.
You can really dial the presence very high. Okay.
goes a little bit. That might be a guitar thing. This is not so. I would go for. So now this goes more into the Mesa boutique.
Okay.
Chunky thing. Oh yeah, single coil bridge. I call it spongy. And now it feels it doesn't have that much distortion anymore. So I would to make
Wait a
it.
minute. You have the first pure booster on, which takes the distortion.
It's still. Oh, it's still on.
Yeah.
Good that you tell me that. Okay, switch that off, and now I would check how it would do with a. Wait. So okay, how it would do with a. Distortion, how it would do with the fuzz. Something crazy. This one. This brings out the octa pretty well.
Yeah, okay.
This is amazing. Let me, because that these are the things always when the amps are a little bit over the top. If you do these pinch harmonics with. That's pretty nasty. Yeah, but this is this is amazing because you can take it into various directions. You can't get it to this spongy, super clean thing with like it was possible with the Tube Thompson. But this is generally a completely different tone. It's not so bright. And maybe let me just switch off the fuzz, because with the different tone strength. Even now with that one. Yeah, that also works. Getting into surf area. And yeah, it's amazing. But this regular, the original round, warm, already pretty distorted tone that's so well educated and organized.
That's what I thought about.
Like this a pupil, you know, the one in the class who has always the best grades and stuff like that. Yeah.
And that's what I thought about. What's he doing with that thing? Can he take it to a different place and make it nasty? Because it's, as you said, it's so this perfect studio sounding recording amp. Everything fine, really nice setup for chords. Even at higher gain, you can hear chords. It's great. So and you destroy that. And yes,
yeah, because the point is that was always the challenge for us in the old days, because then you had an amp and maybe you had that one tone, but then you needed something a little bit more flexible. And the pedals came in and you wanted to expand the grades of freedom with it. And that's also the challenge with the profiles. With some profiles, it just works. You can take them anywhere. And even now with the liquid profiling tech, it increases the possibility to take rigs into profiles into a completely different direction. But when some rigs have these so well-defined frequency range and stuff like that, that's a little bit of a challenge. But with this one, you're pretty well. If you have that one and something like a little bit more, you know, clean, distorted on that range, you have basically everything you could ever need, because you can tweak it, and it's good for the studio. And yeah, as you did it yesterday, I guess you haven't tried it live yet. Would you try that one live?
yes, of course. I need to profile the other two channels, and then check out where they lead to. But I think it's a great recording amp, and I definitely wouldn't go so far as you. But this is the personal stuff. So I have a really different approach to dial in their tones.
Sure.
I'm starting with okay, checking out which amp tone stack I would take, and then tweak it a little bit, just to get this into the sweet spot. But you go further, so it's great. It's really great. But I think if you have a more linear sounding amp bases, you can throw more fuzzes on them, as if you have a really more characteristic, some edgy sound, throwing a fuzz on it and a pure booster and maybe a wah or something, then it maybe cranks down. So it's easier to destroy a strong amp.
Yeah, because it sounds like it has everything there, you know, the full palette of possible tastes is in there, very well seasoned. And then it's easy to adjust some aspects which are there nicely embedded. And when you have some things with character, they have a peak somewhere. And first, to get that peak and tame it, maybe, or to add some other peaks, you end up pretty quickly in some nasty territories. And with this one, you're always still musical. And it's even one. You know, there's one guitar player in Germany who was famous for this very tasteful tone for everything that he played. And he played, you know, a lot of productions, whenever there was high quality rock sound required, or even very commercial stuff, he always had that very tasteful guitar sound, even when it was like distorted guitars. You guess who I'm talking about. His name is Peter Weihe, because he's also the the grand seigneur of miking his guitar amps. He was the first one with I don't know if he had this roboter arm, but he had this array of microphones in front of his chosen cabinets, and a lot of tops next to his mixing desk in the studio. So he was really he's still very meticulous about his tones, and that amp is in up that alley, I guess, where it's really about the maximum impact of a Marshall sound or a rock sound, and then you take it from there. So yeah, it's awesome. I've been looking for stuff like this, and I will add this to my go-to one
and destroy it.
one rig for all, and I'm happy to have this if I'm allowed to,
Yes.
to keep this in my arsenal. And it would be cool if you could take some photos of that amp when you have it over next time.
Yeah.
Does it have does it say Müller on
Muller.
Muller on the front also?
Couple dots. Yeah. It's it's really heavy, that amp.
Okay, so but you don't. Okay, no, okay. He's getting it. That's amazing. Muller. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
This is the guy.
Uh-huh. Okay. Unbelievable. And yeah, I mean, if you have the time and if you want to do it, you could do a little bit of how-to video, and dial in a little bit the stuff, if it makes sense. But apart from that, that tone already is really.
Yeah, I have different ones with different mics. I've always do different miking on the cap, and yeah, they really sound great. But I just wanted to give you the normal miking combination with a 57 and a ribbon mic.
All right, cool. Yeah, if you have nothing to add here,
I'm done.
I will play around with that thing a little bit more, because it comes in handy as I'm working on some tracks, and maybe you will hear this thing in a completely different situation soon. Yeah. And yeah, thanks a lot. It's really special. What how would you say what a gift it is to live in these times and in these communities, and knowing you, for example, so that we can share such amazing tones. Back in the day, I mean, what would you have to do to find a new, very, very great amp tone that works for you? So I'm really blessed and happy. So thank you again.
Welcome.
For throwing that amp at me. And we will see you guys next time, when I'm when I'm saying to Thomas again, let me throw that amp at you. No, that rig at you. Right. Okay. Enough. Take care. Bye.
Bye.